That's the job, you know. I mean, it's what has to happen, and I think for me, I just really I try to separate the things that I wasn't gonna that weren't gonna be helpful to me in terms of really looking at a lot of the opinions and the media coverage and a lot of the noise surrounding him today, going back in time, going back to a lot of the footage that was early on in the 70s and the 80s, a lot of the interviews that he gave at the time, a lot of the things he said. And it was fascinating because it was really, there was a man that seemed much more self-aware than now to me. So did he regress? That's an argument that can be made. Or did he, because he became so successful, because he ended up becoming president, does that mean that in some way he surpassed that version of himself? I think that's up to the audience. I think that's what the movie is asking. I think it's not so much about politics here as it's about character, and I think we all have a genuine human instinct towards each other, and part of the things that an instinct can serve us with is with the question of trust, right? Do you trust this person or not? I mean, it's I'm not a psychologist or a therapist, but obviously I think it's interesting to me how somebody can become so power obsessed, right? And there is that thing that we've all heard, which is absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? And we've seen this happen in history time and time again. People that have come in there that were much more morally on the right side of things have also fallen victims to this concept of power and what it means. And so there's a question there about that. And then that only makes me sort of think about the fact of how powerless must you have felt in your life to need that so much, right?